Hal Jordan in the Green Lantern Corps, issue 15. Robert Venditti and Ethan Van Sciver, who's on the art.
This is about 80% pure fun. 20% of this is Hal Jordan. So it starts off with them pairing up the cores. Like we said at the end of the last issue, John and Sarnik are like, yeah, let's team them up. We'll have, teams of one of each to go out and perform missions. And instead of starting full scale, well, let's send them all out one per sector, they're going, here, let's make 10 teams that we can trust from, like each have picked people that they can trust. And they will go after specific yellow lanterns that are out on the run. Like that was the information they got from the space cabbie was these are the ones who we can't trust, who aren't loyal to Soranik, and they are a problem. They're an enemy to both corps at this point. So they're kind of splitting up the teams. You've got Kilowog with a newbie because that's kind of his thing. You've got.
I believe Kilowog refers to the newbies as poozers. Thank you very much.
He usually does, but he doesn't in this one. He actually refers to him as a newbie.
Kilowog uses the word newbie.
It says, won't be the first newbie I've trained.
Seems out of character to me.
I would agree but he addresses them as poozers. But he's talking to John, going, hey, all right, I can do this.
Okay.
It works in context. I get it. But he goes through a couple of teams, and then he lists Guy as one of the teams. And Guy just doesn't answer. He's like, okay, where is he? Ring, locate him. And he's like, oh, his ring's in his quarters. He's not there. And then it cuts to Guy on a completely different planet without his ring, beating the shit out of some random alien for info.
So what, he's gone rogue without his ring?
He stole the space cabbie's cab.
All right.
So he could go and get this info. Because he's like, the space cabbie's like, oh, he's looking for someone in particular. I think there was one he was particularly interested in when I was giving him the information originally. And we'll get to that because that's obviously the end page reveal. But at this point, John's getting a little bit upset because he's like, uh-oh, this doesn't look good. I probably shouldn't have let Hal leave. That was on me. But then Kyle pissed off. And now Guy's gone off on one. This is looking like I can't keep control. This is not great. So he's having a bit of a leader crisis. Which is fine. It's still more interesting than the Hal stuff, which I suppose I'll talk about now.
What's going on with Hal Jordan? We need to know.
Kyle,
these are need-to-know facts right now.
Hal and Kyle went off to find, hope on the planet.
Is Kyle still a Wayland?
He is.
Right, okay, just double checking.
He is. And that comes up here. So they go to the planet and they see St. Walker's up at the top of this mountain. So they're like, right, let's go up there. And St. Walker's...
But is he committing suicide? Is St. Walker in a bad place? Is he?
No. He's fighting this thing called, I think it's called the Misery Mound.
The Misery Mound.
It's affecting this entire planet. It's causing earthquakes, volcanoes, all sorts. It's not just this physical entity, although it looks like it's made up of all these different bodies. It's got a lot of skeletons, a lot of faces. And it's just this big, massive kind of cloud almost with a physical form.
Sounds pretty.
It's impressively gruesome, actually. I do quite like the design of it. And this Misery Mound kind of takes over Hal and Kyle. He kind of knocks them out and puts them in this trance. It's kind of Black Mercy-esque what happens. They kind of live these lives. And we kind of get snippets of what happened where it's designed to... It's instead of the Black Mercy where it gives them a life that they want and it will keep them under through that, this kind of does the opposite. It just crushes them and takes all the hope and happiness that they could have had in life. So it gives Hal like a family and then makes him love them for 50 years or whatever, and then like they get murdered and it crushes him like that. The problem is it shows us all of this for both of them in one double-page spread. And they come out and they talk about how... let me find the exact line. Yeah, Hal says, I had a family. I felt their love in my heart for 50 years. And we'd literally had one page of this, which was a bit weird.
Given that you compared it to Black Mercy and we got an entire arc of Trinity,
Yeah.
almost set
Well,
entirely
that's the
inside.
thing. Like he talks about 50 years. You see these flashes of a lifetime, but they have half a page. Well, I mean, it's a double page spread, so they've got half a page each, and that's it. And I found it really hard to buy that. But then this is how they beat it. He's the Misery Mound's done laughing at Saint Walker, going, "Ha, I've got your friends. Come on then." And he's like, "Nah, you don't get it. You're not crushing them. They don't see the what was it? They don't see the end that you're showing them. They see inspiration and hope to make life better than that. So then they break out of it, and they're fine. The Misery Mound's gone. It's just defeated. It literally just vanishes, and the planet's okay. And Saint Walker plants a little plant so that life can grow again. And there's a little squirrel that comes up to it, and then they leave to go back to the core and meet them. But we cut back to Guy just sitting around, and it's Arkelo who he was going after.
All right.
So, but without his ring, he's just being stupidly confident, going, I can take you. I don't need my ring for this. Seems kind of stupid on Guy's part, not gonna lie.
A little bit.
Yeah, but the art is fantastic. Van Sciver's great.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Skyver was always one of the good Green Lantern artists.
He always was, wasn't he? He has been for a long time. And
I'm kind of surprised he's not like doing something else now, just out of.
he must just enjoy it that much.
Yeah, I guess he must.
But it does look great, and it's hard to argue with that. Like there's a big panel where Akilo shows up, like the first like time he's revealed, and he's just so dominating on the page, like towers over Guy. It looks great. But no, I enjoyed it a lot, other than the Hal stuff, which was weirdly rushed. I don't get it at all.
Yeah, it sounds like it doesn't give you enough to feel the weight of this passage of time.
It's weird because I know I've complained that I've not been enjoying the Hal stuff as much, but here I feel like this needed like an entire issue dedicated to just what was going in there. Maybe 2 issues, one for Hal and one for Kyle, just so we truly appreciated what this was.
Yeah, just to really get that sense of time passing. Because I feel like if you're going to see a character just experience 50 years...
Yeah, I didn't... it's weird because it's something that's not important in the long run of the story, because the point was, let's get Saint Walker back. But at the same time, if you're going to make that like a big plot beat in this issue, it just felt so cheap to have it experienced and over and done with in 1 page. That is my biggest complaint with this issue, though. But overall, I'm actually really starting to enjoy this series, other than the Hal.
Interesting.
Like, everything with the core is really good fun.
Honestly, it's good that someone's reading it to keep the show informed of the happenings.
Yeah, and I feel like at some point the Green Lanterns are going to come back in force, right? As affect the universe as a whole a bit more.
You'd imagine so.